Look, I'm not saying I'm gonna, like, be a VTuber necessarily, but I have thought about it. It seems like a fun thing. Like, you know, obviously I want to put, like, myself out there, right? Like, I still want to present as myself for the most part. You know? Like, I don't want to be somebody who I'm not necessarily, but, you know, playing into a character a little bit seems a little fun. If that makes sense. Like, I'm still putting, it's still like me being represented as like the VTuber, but like it would be cool to, and I like, you know what really inspired me to think about actually setting up a VTubing rig is actually this one guy who I saw on Twitter. And he has, like, the most interesting VTubing fucking character thing I've ever seen. And I was like, wow, this is actually a really cool and creative use of a, like, VTubing thing. And it's Fennec Foxy and the... Hold on. There's, like, a kind of, like, viral clip. Like, look at what this guy did. Actually, wrong setup there. Look at what this guy did. If I can find the hit tweet that he had. I mean, I'm just here to play video games and whatever, but, hold up. God, I can't fucking find the fucking Twitter account. Is Jiggly drowning? No, Jiggly's chilling. Look at Jiggly's chilling. Just taking a swim. I have both of my wallpapers, because I have two monitors and I have a different wallpaper for each one. Both of them are water themed, and they're both cute round thing themed. Because oh, fuck off! It's updating! Anyways, this is what I was talking about. I found the fucking clip. All right, let me lower the actually, I'll just pause it real quick. Okay. What the fuck? Go Daddy. Excuse me? What just opened on my shit? Yo, wallpaper is broken. You guys can't see it. It's on my other monitor, but like Go Daddy just fucking can't. And that's not a sexual thing. It's a... What the fuck? Dude, wallpaper engine's broken. Okay, hold on. Wait. Unexpected. Yeah, GoDaddy. It's like for web domain shit. Like if you're buying a website, you can like buy a web domain there. Okay, let me update. Okay, maybe that's why. I updated it from there instead of from Twitch. I literally just updated all my shit like yesterday, man. Anyways, unexpected technical errors aside, this is the fucking clip I was talking about. Look at what this guy does with his fucking VTuber rig. His hands are tied to each button, and then when he like goes crazy on it, his rig picks up his crazy movements and like... How does he do that? How did you do that? That's so cool. Like, that's actually genuinely cool. Like, I didn't know it was that, like, intricate. Like, how does he do that? That's really cool. That's actually cool. If I did some VTubing shit, I would love to go, like, super in-depth like that. He had another one with Mario Kart. But yeah, you can see, like, he, like... And, like, his facial expressions, like, I didn't know it was that deep, man. I really did not know it was that deep. He had another Mario Kart one, but I don't think... I'm not signed in right now, so... Maybe it doesn't show unless I'm signed in. But, yeah. If I did VTubing, I would love to do something like that. Like, where everything is synced up and it's, like, super, like, whimsical. That would actually be kind of fun. But, yeah. That's 2 streams. Yes! 2 streams today. 2 streams. Powerful. Okay, is this shit gonna work? Or is it gonna go daddy me? Okay, there we go. As you can see, water theme. That's all I wanted to show off, was that they're water themed. I just did some color correction, I guess, to make it a little more teal so that they match up a little more. It looks a little more whimsical. Did the direct knock your socks off? No. It was fine. It wasn't bad. I mean, Fire Emblem fans are eating. And Kingdom Hearts fans are eating. And Deltarune is getting a new chapter. I mean, we all knew it was, but, you know, it was just a matter of, like, when, getting an announcement, right? Now, we have some confirmation on it. So, you know, there was, like, some decent stuff there, but, nothing that knocked my socks off, you know? But yeah, anyways, I have all kinds of toggles for my model, and I have some work being done on mine. I see, if I did one, I would like, so first of all, I would need to sketch out a new character because it's been a while. I haven't updated any of my emotes or my character or anything. I would sketch out a new character. I would like to do one that's like kind of pixelized, if, like, you know what I mean? Like a, almost like, like HD 2D sort of thing, I guess, or it's like 3D, but then it's like pixelized. And so, like, I don't know, I can have my character like explode into a bunch of pixels when I scream or something. That would be fun. Like my head literally explodes into a bunch of pixels when I'm screaming, because I do a lot of screaming. That would be really fun. I want my head to explode. Make me explode. So that would be really fun if I did like serious VTubing or anything like that. I would want to do some like wild, silly shit. You're looking into some money for that kind of stuff? Yeah. We'll get there when we get there, I guess. Yeah. That would be fun though. That's the only downside. You mean like money, like upgrading the computer money, right? Like you don't have to pay for, I mean, maybe you do have to pay for VTubing stuff, but, I mean, you could probably learn how to develop a lot of it yourself. I'm assuming you commissioned it, so I'm gonna say $120. You're incredibly off. Am I too low or high? I don't know. I feel like that shit is probably expensive if you commission people to make your models. That's probably expensive, right? Way too low? Wow. Okay, yeah. It's more expensive. I'm gonna say like 300 then. 300 to do 2K? Where did you even find the money for that? No, forget that, man. I would just learn how to do it myself. I would learn how to use Blender. Yeah, no, that's crazy. I got simps on stream. So what, you got donations? You had simps before you were VTubing? Because it's way easier to get simps as a VTuber. I don't know what it is about VTubing. I mean, thankfully, you know, I am a relatively attractive person, not to toot my own horn or anything, but yeah, that still doesn't mean that people are willing to throw $2,000 my way. I don't know, maybe somebody out there will, but wow, the self-glaze. How about you shut up and let a man be confident, okay? How about we encourage non-self-deprecation, all right? Every fucking streamer does self-deprecation, all right? I say love yourself, okay? Not just me loving myself. All of y'all need to love yourself, okay? All of y'all need to love yourself. We need more positivity. We need more self-love. We need more gassing each other and ourselves up. All right, I've talked about this on stream before. I think it's healthier to gas yourself up, even in a joking manner, because to some extent it does boost your confidence compared to always being like, man, I suck, I'm the worst. You know, like self-deprecation in, you know, in moderation is fine. You know, especially if you're joking about it and everything, that's fine. But if you do it all the time, not only does it become overbearing for the people around you, like, all right, we get it, but also it makes you feel worse about yourself. So yeah, that's just my take on that. You know, love yourself. Yeah. I did things for it though, like other streams or incentives. What do you mean, like to raise money? I mean, I guess I could do like donation goals or sub goals. to raise money, but I don't feel comfortable asking people to sub to me because I stream so inconsistently. And even with like, I actually still need to post a streaming schedule. I have my work schedule posted. So I still need to post that. But yeah, like I stream somewhat inconsistently. And even though I've been streaming more recently in the last like month or two, I still don't feel like I've been streaming enough to be comfortable asking people to sub to me or donate to me. You know what I mean? If I'm streaming at least 3 times a week, then I'll feel comfortable. But as of now, like I streamed like once last week and like 2 times the week before. So yeah, I don't feel comfortable doing that. Probably stares at the mirror for half an hour before stream. I mean, I do look in the mirror, make sure like I'm freshened up and everything, but like half an hour, that's a little excessive. I was adjusting my camera for a while. I don't know if you guys saw the stream earlier. It looked like dog shit. Because I installed a different fucking Logitech program and my camera's a Logitech camera. For some reason, Logitech has 2 different apps to control their shit. They have Logitech G Hub for their gaming stuff, and then Logitech Options for their office stuff. But the webcam is considered both a G Hub piece of hardware and an Options piece of hardware because a webcam is ambiguous in what you can use it for, right? It's not like a gaming mouse or a gaming keyboard. So I downloaded Logitech Options to mess with my mouse settings because this is not considered a gaming mouse. This is a MX Master 2 or whatever the fuck. And this is MX Master 3, sorry. And this is, you know, like their Premiere mouse or whatever for like office use. I really like it. I don't like gaming mice as much. This is the most ergonomic mouse I've ever used without going into full like 90-degree territory where it's a vertical mouse. And I was like, okay, I want to like adjust the options on it and stuff. So I downloaded the Logitech Options and it completely fucked up my camera settings because both apps were trying to access my camera at the same time. And it looked abysmal. So I had to uninstall Logitech Options and uninstall G Hub and then reinstall G Hub since that's what I was using before. Maybe I'll try just using Logitech Options, but yeah, I had Logitech G Hub and I knew how to use that to adjust the camera settings. And now the colors look fine and I look okay and, you know, everything's normal-ish. The VOD was colorful. The VOD looked like shit. I was like blown the fuck out of like super overexposed. It looked terrible. Yeah, it looked truly abysmal. But anyways, yeah, that's the story behind that. Yeah, and you know what? Also, one more thing before I go on with the game. I am going to install Linux. I have decided. I'm gonna actually try Linux. I'm not going to uninstall Windows yet. I'm going to install Linux into like a drive and test it out for a couple days. I know OBS works in Linux. I know most of the games I play on Steam work in Linux. I don't know if there's kernel level anti-cheat in Street Fighter that prevents me from playing Street Fighter Online. It's all right. It's, well, you know, it's like a billion different variants of Linux. You use Linux? When did you become a fucking nerd? Straight up, man. I was always nerdier than you. I had like Linux Mint for like a day and I gave up on it. I want to try like Pop OS or something. Pop OS, or I don't know. Maybe I'll try Mint a second time. I have a Linux server, can't bother with desktop. I want to try desktop. Windows pisses me off. My computer also takes like fucking 20 minutes to boot up if I ever restart it. It's so annoying. I have an SSD too, so I don't know why it takes so goddamn long. And you know what? If I have to reinstall Windows to get my computer to boot up in less than 20 minutes, then I might as well just try Linux and see if that works even better. Because I'm kind of tired of Windows, to be honest. It's kind of slow, kind of annoying. Yeah, I'll have to get used to certain things because I don't know if there's Linux apps for everything that I use. Like my controller app, you know, the app I use for setting up my controller. Like, I don't know if there's a Linux app for that. I know Photoshop and Premiere Pro don't work on it, but there's open source options like GIMP or I don't know what the open source options are for Premiere Pro, but they probably have like, I don't know, DaVinci Resolve or Linux or something. I'll have to look into it. I know Firefox works on Linux, so that's fine. I use Zen browser now, but I'll go back to Firefox if I have to, because it's still a great browser. Like I was saying earlier, Brave browser or Firefox forks, the only browsers I would recommend. Brave if you just want to set it and forget it. Firefox if you like tinkering a little bit and or want to support open source stuff. DaVinci's a great program. I'm sure it is. I still haven't made any videos or anything because honestly it's just been because partially because I work a lot and I don't have the energy for it, but also I'm kind of intimidated by it. Doesn't Brave charge people? No. Brave is free. Brave is free. Also, don't use Google. Please don't use Google Chrome. But also, I would recommend not using Google search. I would recommend using Startpage or DuckDuckGo. Startpage if you want Google search results without the AI shit. And DuckDuckGo if you don't mind having Bing results instead. Both are good search engines. I've been really on my privacy shit lately, okay? I might actually, you know what? Maybe if I do drop a video, I'll make one about, like, increasing your privacy and security. Because, like, just basic stuff, like, you know, Proton Mail and VPN and everything. Yeah, I've been like super on my privacy shit. Yeah, I'm literally like about to buy Proton VPN and Proton Mail. But yeah, I'll probably make a video on that at some point because I've been getting deep in this shit. $60 you get Brave Origin. Brave Origin strips out AI, crypto, and ads. Brave doesn't really have. I mean, Brave does have ads on their new tab page. They have all the crypto stuff is optional, and the AI stuff is also optional. If you don't like the AI search results, I think Brave's in-house search engine has AI results. You can just switch to a different search engine. I just use Firefox. Firefox is solid. No, I've always just when you get Firefox, you have to download uBlock Origin, and I would also strongly recommend using what is this? What is this extension called again? Decentralize, like eyes, like the ones on your head. Yeah. My high school started planning a 10-year reunion. Tell me how my graduated classes use AI. Every freaking school is using AI to create their shit. DuckDuckGo, yes, it's based off of Bing search results, but it's much more private. And although they do have AI search results that like they have like the AI summary thing similar to Google, you can turn that off. There is an option to turn it off. It's not like trying to replace a search like with Google. And like I said, you can just use Startpage if you want Google search results instead. uBlock Origin is the best, yes. But yeah, a lot of schools, a lot of places are using AI to make their shit. I am not an advocate for AI pretty much at all. And like if you have to use AI for something, I recommend using Lumo, which is from the people from Proton Mail. Lumo is pretty like it's more ethical, I suppose, than other ones. It's still not. I would still say like avoid AI, but like if you had to use an AI client, Lumo is a more ethical and privacy focused one. Oh yeah, you both have the same high school. I forgot about that. Okay, I'm gonna freaking get on with the game. I've been yapping like crazy. Yeah, let me hold on, wait. You sent me a thing? Hold up. No, you didn't send me a thing. I thought you were going to send it to me. Okay, never mind. All right, back to it. Actually, wait. I got to open this shit back up. Damn it. Okay. There we go. Oh, right. It's not... it's a different girl now. I forgot about that. Her name is Emma. Mr. Wright? Huh? What? Are trials always like this with you? Like you're swimming up from the bottom of a lake, about to reach the surface. Well, no matter how hard you paddle, you never seem to get there. Pretty much. Except today we're swimming in quicksand. So, what happened to your sister anyway? AI has uses. I use it as more efficient search, but I check original sources. You should definitely always check sources. Because sometimes AI will just hallucinate shit and make shit up. But yeah, like I said, I would recommend Lumo if you're going to use AI because it's more privacy focused and a little bit more ethical. And it's I think Lumo's also open source as well, and I think open source AI models are more ethical as well. Open source anything is more ethical. I've been really trying to prioritize using open source stuff. That's why I switched like years ago from Streamlabs OBS to just regular OBS, because Streamlabs OBS is just OBS but like with Streamlabs proprietary integration shit into it. I never use Facebook. Who uses Facebook anymore? I only go on Facebook for Facebook Market, like occasionally, and that's it. But anyways. Apparently she got called off to the judge's chambers. Probably something to do with the piece of cloth. So if you guys don't remember, there was like a cloth in the car exhaust, the muffler, which I learned last time I played this game is also another name for a scarf. Who the fuck calls a scarf a muffler? Anyways. So, this is where we turn this trial around, right? Our only weapon, a tiny, insignificant piece of cloth. I'm the one who's starting to feel tiny and insignificant, to tell the truth. Oh, is this the fucking guy? Hola, partner. They say you show a red cloth to a bull, it'll fire up its temper. That's what they told me when I was a youngin', at least. Officer Marshall? Scarf equals muffler. Got it. Yes, unironically, that is something I fucking learned last time I played this game. Jesus, big ass fucking paragraph over here. As part of the planning, people working on kind of dicks, I backed out of it. Oh, it's telling the story about the reunion. That sounds a little annoying. They're probably chuds. Thought I'd come take a look, see how the trial's going. Looks like I'm late. They've got the home ranch locked down tighter than a foot in enemy territory. That hard to slip out, huh? What is going on over there anyways? All the police I've seen these last 2 days have been really on edge. Don't you got enough on your plate without worrying about other people, compadre? You could be worrying about the chief prosecutor's taste in mufflers, for example. Officer Marshall? The whole muffler thing didn't have anything to do with scarves. She wasn't even wearing a scarf. You don't say. Now don't that just beat all? What the fuck does that mean? Even she's like, what the fuck? Excuse me? Anyways, Marshall, just speak English. Hey, stop being racist. Stop being racist. Showing your response to me. Okay, I guess you guys have some shared history with this person. I've seen the red breeze blow out her slender neck many a time. That's like fucking weird to say. Her slender neck. I saw it that day too. She was wearing a red muffler. What? At the awards ceremony that afternoon, Edgeworth's seen it too, I'd reckon. What does that mean? In the photograph taken at the crime scene, she wasn't wearing a scarf. So, Miss Starr wasn't mistaken? Well, it's about time. Remember, partner, sometimes you gotta grab the bull by its horns. And sometimes you just gotta let that bull go where it will. Time will tell. Ugh, I have a bad feeling about this. So, what are we swimming in now, Mr. Wright? If it's steak sauce, I can hook you up with some fine ribs. Ooh-wee! February 23rd, 12:32 p.m. District Court, courtroom number 9. Dude, this game is actually pretty funny. There's a lot of funny moments in this game. And also, the last chapter was like super ultra peak. It was actually a genuinely good story. And yeah, there's funny moments in this. I'd like to resume? What's up? The judge keeps looking over at the prosecution. Is something wrong, Mr. Edgeworth? Your face is blue. Your lips are purple. You're sweating bullets. That furrowed brow, those grinding teeth, and those watery eyes. What's more, your eyes are unfocused. You're doubled over. Your back is bent. It can't be! This can't happen! I wonder what happened to Mr. Edgeworth. Well then, I believe it is time we continued on with this trial. Sure, you can hit me up with whatever it is. During our wait! Fuck off! I didn't get to read! Edgeworth, shut the fuck up! My sister's got a baby on the way. What? How? Wait. Okay, I mean, you don't have to say it now, but... I remember her being pretty young. Anyways, like, DM me about it, because that sounds like a whole mess. She's 18 now? Okay, at least there's that. Still young. Why is it always the same judge? Isn't his docket a bit full? Because he's iconic. I don't know, man. This is unacceptable! It seems our prosecutor is quite beside himself. Who the fuck is this? Excuse me, knock knock? Who's there? Who is this ugly ass? What's with this guy? A strange stuffy aura seems to be filling the courtroom. Who is this fucking, like, old fruitcake? Looks like a legacy member of, like, the fucking Pride Parade, affiliation. Like, I don't know, man. What is this? Did you see his fit? Literally looks like an elder pridesman. I can say that because I'm gay. Hey, the temperature rose 5.7 degrees when that man came in. Look at this fucking fruit ass. Pink glasses, green eyes. Nah, man. That hair? Who on earth is he? Can you say something? Why are you looking at me like that? Ah, it's you. Say something! What is the fucking guy? Oh my god. Jesus, man. Oh. Sorry I'm late, Yuji. Oh my god. He's so gay. The roads were packed. It's just me. A long time no see, eh, Yuji? How you been? Swim much these days? Ah, hello. No, I've been so busy. Busy smizzy. Yuji, my boy. You have to make time to relax. Yes, indeed. Yuji seems to be his nickname for the judge? I'm afraid you're right. Very afraid. Sorry, but who are you? You're so righto. The attorney. I've heard good things about you, son. Thanks. So sorry about our little worthy giving you all that trouble, eh? You know, we should all go swimming together sometime. Jolly. Little worthy? Mr. Wright. You don't know the district chief of police? This fruitcake is the district chief of police. Are we dead ass right now? Are we dead ass right now? Holy shit. Wow, that's certainly something. Chief of police? He's the top-ranking police officer in the entire district. I may or may not have my doubts. I don't know. I may or may not have my doubts. He needs to stop staring at me like that. Name's Gant. Damon Gant. Pleased to meet you, everyone. He's sketchy. He's fucking... Look, never trust a cop. Definitely don't trust a cop like that, man. He did something to get that role. He sucked a lot of dick to get that role. Okay, too much. I'm sorry. So, to what do we owe this honor today? Absolutely. Very true. Yes, I know. And I'm right on the money. It's been over 2 years since you last came to this courtroom, hasn't it? Well, it's Worthy here. Look at the poor fellow. I just thought I'd help out by bringing this. Hey, that's... my sister's muffler? So Miss Star wasn't just seeing things. When the crime occurred, Miss Sky really was wearing that muffler. Dude, is Gant okay? Why is he so on edge? I don't think he's on edge at all. Are you talking about Edgeworth? The guy in the red suit is Edgeworth. But to think that it was stuffed into that exhaust pipe. On little Worthy's car, no less. Oh, you're a fucking snake. He needs to stop staring at me like that, man. It's really quite embarrassing, even for us. What's this? It's what you'd call a switchblade knife. Quite perplexing, this. Chief, what kind of outfit are you running? Mr. Edgeworth! How could they miss such a vital piece of evidence? If your investigators are this lax, how do you expect us to do our job? Now, wait a minute, Worthy. I've no desire to hear your excuses. I'm telling you to wait. Or didn't you hear me? Have a look at this document, where it says, person in charge of the investigation. There's no mistaking that signature, is there, Miles Edgeworth? That's not fair! On the day of the crime, I had your head in the clouds because you got that award. I know how you feel. But you're the person in charge. I'll expect a written apology. What? Are you serious? Don't be too upset. We'll find a way to clean up this mess that you made. This is the first time I've seen Mr. Edgeworth at a loss for words. This kind of major blunder is unlike you, Mr. Edgeworth. Gah! The court accepts this new evidence. But I'd like to ask the defense a favor first. Yes? Just to be sure. I'd like to take a look at the blade of this knife. The blade, Your Honor? Well, I don't see why not. Could you open it up for me, I wonder? Yes, well, I think all you had to do is push that switch and... If I cut my finger, Mr. Wright, I wouldn't be able to pound my gavel anymore. Yeah, but if I cut my finger, I wouldn't be able to point it at people anymore. Come on, just hurry up and open it! There's a second knife? Alright. I would like to investigate this. There's a small tag on this knife. It seems to say SL92. That sounds very familiar. What does that mean? Well, I've heard something similar. DL6 of DL6 incident fame. Yeah! But it's strange. Huh? What is? I'm not certain, but I get the feeling I've seen this somewhere before. Letters like this, or letters that looked a lot like this, somehow. We've definitely seen it. I want to say it was in the cell phone? Ah! Don't scare me like that! I'm the one who's scared! Look at this knife blade. The tip is broken off. And this dark red stain. Blood? Switchblade knife added to the court record. Found at the crime scene, wrapped in the defendant's muffler. Small tag attached. This does not excuse the actions of the police department. I would like to hear an explanation from the chief of police himself. I'm terribly sorry, but could I ask you to testify for us? About the split between the prosecutors and the police. And this knife. Sure thing. Not a problem. Not even a little one, really. Department in disorder. This knife is special, but I can't say how here. Can I fucking press him on that? Unless there's evidence to prove a connection between this knife and Goodman. Who is the one who is being prosecuted? That was a bad day for the department. We weren't in any shape to do an investigation. A detective was killed at the police department, see? What a mess. The time of the crime? 5:15. Scary coincidence, huh? It's not officially linked to this here case, so I can't talk much about it. There was a murder at the police department? A detective? That's hush-hush information, Yuji. We haven't exactly announced it yet. Wait a second. You said 5:15? That's the exact time that Detective Goodman was killed at the prosecutor's office. Oh wait, no, Detective Goodman is the... Okay, the prosecutor who was killed. Or, okay, yeah, okay, never mind. No, who's the girl again that we're defending? I don't even remember the name. I'm so ass. Order, order, order. Anyway, we at the department were all flustered, as you might well assume. We're in the middle of a top secret investigation. Don't tell anyone, okay? I think we understand the police department situation. Well, Mr. Wright? 2 detectives killed at the same time in 2 different places. So it's a different detective that got killed by this knife. The first detective is the one who is, the detective that got killed by the person that we are trying to defend, allegedly. Allegedly killed by the person we're trying to defend. So this is a second detective. So that would mean that another person is involved with the murder, no? The chances of that are really slim. Scientifically speaking, of course. I'd like to exercise my right to cross-examine the witness. Very well. However, keep your questions focused on the case at hand. Okay, no, I'm pressing everything, bro. I'm pressing everything. Yeah, let's fucking press. Excuse me. Special? Mm-hmm. Hard to come by this particular knife anywhere else. Might that special thing be this little tag? Oh, sorry. Right-o. But I can't say that now. Not that. We've established that the knife in Goodman's chest was this knife. Now, why was there another knife at the scene of the crime? That's quite a mystery. And, like a mystery, it's wrapped in something. A muffler. Okay. Press on everything, press on everything. This knife was found on the scene of our crime. I think that makes it connected to the case, don't you? See, there's a lot of things that go on in the department that I can't explain. It's delicate, okay? Sorry, Righto. Maybe there's something about the knife that will give us a clue. Let's examine that knife while we can, Righto. Evidence that links this knife to Detective Goodman. I think perhaps the pieces are falling into place. I should try presenting the piece of evidence that's had me stumped this whole time. So, how are things down at the department? Okay. We'll press, and then I'll present the evidence. Why didn't they just say scarf? I don't know, man. I don't know, because it's confusing. It's supposed to be confusing because the first witness that comes up says that the person that we are defending shouted out something about a muffler. Either that or the person who was being killed shouted out something about a muffler. I don't remember. And our defense, and the person who was like first up for the witness testimony was saying like, oh, she was saying muffler because there's blood on her muffler or whatever. And it turns out she was saying muffler as in the car muffler, and we had to deduce that, and then it turns out there was something in her car muffler. So it's just like supposed to be purposefully confusing to fuck with the audience, I guess. I hear scarf is a hard word. You got a good look in your eyes there, Righto, my boy. Sharp. Hungry. So, something did happen. And why wasn't I informed? Why weren't you informed? Well, why didn't you ask? No matter, I understand. You were busy with Lana's case and all. Well, what happened? What happened at the police department that day? Alright, press. On the same day that a detective was killed in the prosecutor's parking lot, another detective was killed at the police department? That's a fact. Surprising, isn't it, Yuji? I'm at a loss for words. And the perpetrator? Do you have a suspect? Well, there was a suspect. Just arrested him, in fact. Just arrested? That was quick. But there's still a lot of unanswered questions. Maybe you could help, Righto. I suppose I could help. If you help me by giving me data on your case. Good one. This kid's sharp. Okay, here's the deal. I'll tell you one thing, and one thing only. I don't know. I need to save it here. How's it going, man? Where the victim was found, how the victim was killed, when the victim... We know when the victim died. Say how the victim was killed? Or where the victim was found is going to be the most important. So, tell me, where was the victim found? Well, I can't speak on where the corpse was found, but I can say the crime took place in the evidence room at the police department. The evidence room? You wouldn't know about the evidence room, would you, Righto? I can't say I've heard of it. I guess I should ask again once I learn a bit more about this evidence room. There's something stranger about this than the place where the body was found. Okay, wait. So if I load over back to this, I can't necessarily use the other things as evidence, but I want to see which one I think will stick the most. Dusk, my fellow Puerto Rican. You're Puerto Rican? How did I not know this until now? How was he killed? Now that's the interesting part. It was what we in the Force call a stabbing with a knife. Knife? That's exactly the same as Detective Goodman. That's the spirit. We're cooking that. This motherfucker said we're cooking. Ahead of its time, this game. But you know, that's not the only thing that was exactly the same. What do you mean? There are more similarities between the two cases than the cause of death. It seems like I'm gonna have to press this a bit harder. Okay, wait. So, if I press again... So I can find out all three things without... Yeah, without even doing, like, the save cheating or whatever. I could just keep pressing him, and then he lets me do it all times. Okay, when the victim died. So, when did the murder at the police department occur? Now, that's a sharp question, Righto. Very sharp. Why is he so condescending? Well, my boy, you're gonna love this. Okay, so that's like a useless question. The things that reveal the most information... I mean, I knew this one was useless because he said it in his testimony, but I just wanted to see what would happen. These two reveal the most. where the victim was found, in the evidence room, how the victim was killed in a stabbing, which we kind of already knew as well. That's why I did this option first, because I felt like it was the most like the only one that was completely ambiguous. Like, we already knew that they were stabbed. We already knew that the victim died at 5:15 because that was specified earlier. The hair twirl kind of hot, you know? That he does look like this. That's funny. I can twirl my hair a little bit. I have curly hair. Okay, so now we have this evidence room. Okay. So now I can press him on this. 5:15? But that's when Detective Goodman was killed in the prosecutor's office. What? We already established this. Why are you surprised? Funny, isn't it? A murder at the prosecutor's place and a murder at our place at the very same time. What are the chances? Coincidence. This is just my gut feeling, but I'd say there's a 0.001% chance of that happening. Chief Gant, please tell us more about this incident. How can you say there's no connection? How? Because I'm the chief of police. I can't just say anything I please, Righto. You understand. Try to understand, Righto. Well, if you can prove there is a connection, more power to you. Maybe there is something that ties the two murders together. Whatever it is, I better find it and get to the bottom of this. 2 detectives were killed at 5:15, one at the prosecutor's office, and one at the police department. That can't be a coincidence. And that knife. What was it doing there? I better check this knife out. Okay. So, the knife definitely had something on it. I want to say it was on this ID, so I'm going to check the ID real quick. Nothing here. Okay, useless. Interesting, I can't check what the plaque says. I can't check what the bottom says. Von Karma. How, wait, this is new dialogue. I don't think we seen this before. I didn't know you could check this trophy even until now, but... Hey, check it out! There's a metal plate here. It looks like the names of all the previous recipients are engraved on it. Wow, one guy's listed a bunch of times. Von Karma. I guess he must be a foreigner? So, for those who weren't here for the previous chapter, which was Peak, he was the prosecutor for that one instead of Edgeworth, because Edgeworth was the one who was on trial. Which is partially why that chapter is Peak, because we're defending Edgeworth. Yeah, very, very cool. And it turns out he's actually a really shitty dude. And he trained Edgeworth, and now he was the one who was trying to put Edgeworth in jail to cover his own ass, basically. Very interesting. Yeah, that's probably it. Well, wherever he's from, he must have been an amazing prosecutor. I'd like to meet this Mr. Von Karma sometime. Once she says it, his name does kind of have a ring to it. Okay. 675 SL92. Nothing really here. Nothing here. Wait, the word muffler? What? The word muffler was overheard during a call made to Emma at 5:18. So that's the context behind why muffler is important. How do I open this shit again? I have to, like, do this. Nothing with this. 36 mail, date and time, February 21st, between 4 and 5:30. We know that it was at 5:15. Cause of death, loss of blood from chest wound. Assessment, caused by 4.5-inch knife, single stab wound was found. I don't think there's anything worth checking here, but when is this gonna come into play? Day of the crime, murder took place. All the purple extra red lights would have been caught up in this whole affair. Just go show you how it never happened when you yellow, whatever. Nothing else. What else is there, man? There isn't an engraving on the knife, is there? Because I think what I was remembering off of this was this fucking note. But there isn't... It's a different number that's on the note. 675. Wait! It's not 675. It's SL9. Oh, I'm a smarty pants. Okay. Gotta start heading for bed. Have a good one. Hope this case brings you joy. Thank you. Have a good night. See you around. Yeah. Okay, it's literally this. It's literally this. I figured it out. Okay. So... present. Wait a second! Ah, at last! An honest-to-goodness objection! This knife. This has to have something to do with Detective Goodman. What do you mean? An honest-to-goodness, what do you mean from Yuji? This is great. Look at the tag on this knife. It reads SL92. And this is important. Why? Over here, we also have a memo that was on the body of the victim. What's this? 6 minus 7s? 1212? Your Honor, it's upside down. Upside... Okay, he didn't even say down. The printed name on the memo makes it look like it's right side up. But turn it around, and what do you get? Ah! Aha! Whoever wrote this note was holding the paper upside down. SL9. That's the same thing that was written on the knife's tag. Gasp. Order! Order! Well, Chief? Ah, well. I guess the cat's out of the bag. You win, righto. I... win? What game is this guy playing? This knife was evidence in a case. It was stolen from the department's evidence room. We weren't in any shape to do an investigation. A detective was called to the police department. See what a mess. Time of the crime, 515. It's not officially linked to this here case, so I can't talk much about it. Well, now it is linked to the case, so you better get fucking talking, buddy. Alright, so now we're gonna press on this, obviously. So, this knife was stolen? Yes, but on the day of the murder. It was evidence, you say. Was it, in fact, a murder weapon? Nice, nice, nice. Good show, Little Worthy. It was a murder weapon, as it happens. It was evidence from a long since solved... Wait, long since solved what? Okay, whatever. Did I read that wrong? So this knife was stolen on the day of the murder. And it was found in the exhaust pipe of Edgeworth's car. Hard to think there isn't a connection there. So this is also new dialogue. Why would he keep that to himself? Because the cases aren't connected, so technically, you know, one case shouldn't necessarily have influence on another case because they're separate charges or whatever. So yeah. But now the cases are connected, so yeah, fuck this guy. Anyways, something happened at the police department too, huh? You got a good look in your eyes there, Rido, my boy. Sharp, hungry. Oh wait, no, we did. This isn't new. No, this is new. Wait, no, it's not new. Okay, because I remember saying hungry. Okay, well now I can present here, no? Because now we know that this is connected to the case. So I should be able to present this again without... I mean, I'm going to save just in case. I feel like it would be kind of bullshit if it doesn't allow me to do this. Like, it's literally officially linked to the case now, so you better cough up some fucking info, bro. Oh, suck my dick. How? It's officially linked! I did prove it! Oh my god, bro. Unless I just presented the wrong fucking thing and I was supposed to present this again, right? Suck my dick and balls, man. Okay. How? I don't understand. I proved the connection. The knife was evidence in a case. It was stolen from the department's evidence room. Tell the judge that? I can't. I have to present something in order to do more. The knife was evidence in a case. It was stolen from the department's evidence room. So does that mean I can present the knife now? I don't understand. I've proven the connection. The knife was evidence in a case. It was stolen from the department's evidence room. But I have both the paper and the knife now to show that they're connected. So where do I even go from here? It's not officially linked to this here case, so I can't talk much about it. Trace of the victim's blood, no prints. Found at the crime scene, wrapped in the defendant's muffler, small tag attached. Traces of blood from Goodman and Lena Sky. Lena Sky is the person we're defending. I don't understand. I don't know what I'm supposed to do from here. Investigator's ID card found at the prosecutor's office. Goodman is the one who was killed. We don't have an ID number for the other person. Unless this is the person that was killed in the police office, but then there's no real proof of that, so... So if this says SL or whatever, if it says whatever it's supposed to say, yeah, SL9 221 This says 221 as well, but I don't know what significance that has. I'm at a loss now. Do we have to inspect the knife again? So it's a case record or a case number, whatever. I remember, I think I've seen something like this before. Something similar to what's written on tag. It wasn't that long ago either. Maybe I should check the court record again. Okay, I did that. There's nothing else to check on the knife, as far as I can tell. Must have cut herself. This blood might be an important clue. Man, does anyone have any ideas? I don't want to just sit here and do nothing. But, like, genuinely. Like, the only thing that this really clears up is this is a date referring to the date of the crime. Cause of death, loss of blood, assessment when it's caused. Single stab wound. And yeah, there's nothing else here. It was on the day of murder. It was evidence. Was in fact a murder weapon. It was a murder weapon, as it appears. It was evidence from a case long since solved. So this knife was stolen on the day of the murder, and it was found in the exhaust pipe of Edgeworth's car. Hard to think there's a connection there. Maybe it's not this statement or the last statement. It's not officially linked to this case, so I can't talk much about it. Time of the crime, 5:15, scary coincidence. Detective was killed at the police department. What a mess. We weren't in any shape to do an investigation. Murder weapon usually in Edgeworth's toolbox. Trace of the victim's blood, no prints. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to be a quitter, but I might have to look up what to do next. I genuinely, this is like the first time I'm truly stumped. Like, I've gotten stumped before, but this time, like, I really genuinely don't know what it could possibly be at this point. I'm not a detective, man. I'm not a detective. Yeah, this is a toughie, man. This is a toughie. I gotta look it up. I know. Hold your booze. Hold your fucking booze. But I genuinely don't know what I'm supposed to do from here. Alright. so what chapter are we on? Chapter 5? I can do Ace Attorney. I keep spelling attorney wrong. I keep putting a U. Chapter 5. Guide, I guess. I don't know, man. I feel like not a real gamer when I do this. I feel like a fake gamer. Change story mode or everything, including solving cases, will proceed automatically. No. No. I still want to play, you know, it's just this one specific part. I don't know what I'm supposed to present. Okay. So... walkthrough, I guess. Okay, rise from the ashes. What chapter are we even on? Chapter 2? Or day 2? Day 2. Trial ladder. Oh, okay. Actually, there's, yeah, day 2 trial ladder. Okay. Okay, so we figured that out. Press Gant's 5th statement, previously the 6th statement. It's already been proven that the cases are indeed connected. So I just press him? That's it? I thought I had to present something. Okay, whatever. Okay, how can you say there's no connection? How? Because I'm the chief of police. Okay, he says all this. Maybe there's something that ties the murders together, or whatever it is that... I did! I did! Fuck off, man. What am I doing wrong? Okay. Present Goodman's note on Gant's 2nd statement, turned upside down. Gant revises the 1st statement to the knife was evidence in the case it was stolen from the department's evidence room. Press this first revised statement, not required. You'll find out the knife was stolen on the day of the murder, happens to be the murder weapon from a long-solved case. Press Grant's 3rd statement. Who killed the detective at the police department? Gant says they were the suspect just now. Okay. Oh, okay. I see now. So I have to go back over to this menu. Okay. Alright. So now I have to press him and ask where the victim was found, which is the question I asked earlier. So I guess now this is relevant? Okay. Okay. Can't speak on where the corpse was found. So this we already found out, the evidence room. Wait a second. I have heard of that. Okay, so this is new dialogue. Okay, it makes sense because, yeah, we got the evidence room before. And now we found out that the knife was in the evidence room. So, yeah. The evidence room? Didn't he just mention that in his testimony just now? This knife was evidence in the case, stolen from the department's evidence room. Okay. There's the connection between the two cases. You seem happy, Mr. Wright. Happy? We just got handed our ticket to town on this case. With the link between the two cases established, we finally have some leverage. Now we can get Gant to testify about the details. Okay, so now we can press on this. Chief, the defense's position is simply this. The connection between these two cases has already been proven. You don't say. Well, out with it, Righto. What's your connection? Yes, out with it, Mr. Wright. We already established y'all are stupid. What's up, Plush Lord? The connection is a place mentioned in the testimony we just heard. The knife found in the lot was stolen from the police department's evidence room. Not to mention, the victim had on him the case number on the knife's evidence tag. And we also know that the detective murdered at the police department was killed in that very same evidence room. Indeed. There do seem to be too many connections for it to be a coincidence. He really needs to stop doing this. You two make a good pair It took my men 2 days to figure out what you deduced here. Chief, I request that you release your information on the victim at the police department. See, that's the tricky part. It hasn't been announced yet. No. Can we get the information unofficially? Sure, why not? It's unofficial after all. What? Really? Who would have guessed? I'll cooperate, but I can't reveal the name of the victim at the department, okay? Alright. If you're going to tell us a little, why not tell us everything? Well, case information is sticky stuff. You have to do everything properly. Oh well, I guess I might as well try to get what I can out of him. Victim's ID number. Because if it matches the ID number that we have... Okay, how about you tell me the victim's ID number? Sure, why not? It's not like you'll be able to tell who it is from that. Of course not. You won't tell me their name after all. We keep a tight lid on ID numbers, so don't go getting your hopes up. The number is... 5842189. Well, that's quite long. And we have to remember these. It drives me nuts. 8, 2... I can't do it. You didn't even get the first number right. Well, Mr. Wright, does this tell you anything? The ID number of the victim at the police department. Yes, this tells me something. Actually, it does, Your Honor. It does. I think. Meaning? It has to be what I think it is. But what does this mean? Well, let's hear what the defense has to say. You say the ID number of the detective who was murdered at the police department tells you something. What does it tell you? No, present it, bro. Witness! What is it, Mr. Wright? You're grinning like a schoolgirl on a prom night. No, it's just, I got confused. And this is news? Huh? Just come out with it. Wait. Just come out with both guns blazing, like you always do. The police department. The prosecutor's office. 2 places. 2 detectives murdered. At one time. Does he have dual identities? Because if he was murdered in 2 places, it's the same person, right? Because we found this police ID outside. Mr. Goodman, he's the victim of this murder. The one that our defendant is accused of murdering, but then he was also murdered in the evidence room of the police department. So somebody is posing as him, or he has dual identities. Oh, is it yours? No, Your Honor. I'm a defense attorney, remember? This is the ID number of our victim, Detective Goodman. Shame on you, Righto. Personnel IDs are top secret. Detective Goodman's ID number is 5842189. And this means what exactly? Huh? Wait, that ID number we heard from the chief earlier. That started with 82. I've forgotten. You didn't even get the first number right again! The number the chief police gave us was 5842189. Wait a second, right? What does this mean? That's what I want to know. The two ID numbers are identical. In other words, the detective killed in the police department's evidence room was Bruce Goodman. What does our witness think about that? Sharp as a tack, Righto. Sharp as a tack. But wait! Detective Goodman is our victim! He was killed at 5:15 in the underground parking lot. Yet, a detective, Bruce Goodman, was also killed at the police department, in the evidence room at the exact same time. That's impossible. So what we're saying is, the same person was killed at the same time and in a completely different location. Order! 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 Chief, what does this mean? No. What I want to know is, why didn't I hear about this? Yes, it's top secret, fine. But I'm the prosecutor in charge of the case! Now, just wait a second, Worthy. No need to get all flustered. Your Honor, the police department has made a grave error in this case. Wait. I said, wait. Or didn't you hear me? The oversight. The grave error? Mr. Edgeworth, they're yours. What? How dare... We informed you yesterday. I believe it was our Officer Meekins who brought you the news. Oh! I completely forgot about that guy. The one who Edgeworth scared off. Okay, Gant is like clearly scheming though. Why his face like that? He's scheming on Edgeworth. Officer Meekins? Mr. Wright, where have we heard that name before? Wait, aha!
Excuse me, but is Mr. Edgeworth, anywhere on the premises? I'm here, sir, at the request of the chief, sir. I've got your report, sir.
You don't mean him? According to Meekins, you didn't accept the report. Hard to believe. But your officer, he told me! He said that report had nothing to do with the Lana Sky incident. Detective Bruce Goodman murdered in the police department evidence room. Mr. Edgeworth, the victim's name is written right on top of the report. Why didn't your officer tell me? Honestly, I'm not sure if that officer was capable of making the connection. He did seem challenged. In any case, this is a serious error. A gross negligence of duty on your part, Worthy. But sir! You could have submitted that report this morning to the court as evidence. Then He does this way too often. No such luck this time, Worthy. Or should I say, unworthy. What? Now, what was the second rule of evidence law? Well, Mr. Wright? Huh? Oh, well, it's, Rule 2. Unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial. And how is this rule relevant? Normally, you submit a list of evidence to be used in the court before the trial. This report wasn't on that list. So, what does this mean? I couldn't submit this evidence until a connection was proven in court. The connection was just proven by Righto over here. Good job, Righto, my boy. Huh? I was just doing my job. No. No! It seems we have come to the end of this trial. I know you're going through a tough time, Worthy. What with all those rumors? You were even in the defendant's chair just this past December. He's getting everyone. Why is he getting everyone, dude? He's on everyone's case. I apologize for this terrible lack of due diligence on my part. But, Mr. Edgeworth? Please, just give me one more day. I'll get to the bottom of what happened. If it's the last thing I do. You'd better get results this time. Really. You have my profound apologies, sir. Poor Mr. Edgeworth, dude, his ego is like taking hit after hit. I don't think there's ever been an error this serious in the history of this court. It's crazy. Dude, why are they getting on his ass? I don't think there's ever been an error this serious in the history of this court. Bro, we just had a fucking corrupt prosecutor who murdered Edgeworth's dad. What are you talking about? I will grant one further day as the prosecution has requested. Will that be sufficient, Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, Your Honor. Thank you. Whatever your punishment for this is, for your sake, I hope it's not decisive. Very well. Court is adjourned. To be continued. Alright. Dun, 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 dun. Alright. February 23rd, 2:15 p.m. Wright and Co. Law Offices. Mr. Wright? So, what's going on with the case anyway? I'm a little confused. Huh? Well, let's see. What is going on? The victim, Detective Bruce Goodman, was stabbed to death after 5 p.m. on the 21st. He died in the prosecutor's parking lot and the police department's evidence room. Welcome back, Jordan. You missed the good part when Edgeworth was fucking seething. You missed Edgeworth literally, like, seething and everyone clowning on him and getting on his ass. What's this and the evidence room part? The prosecutor's office and the police department are 30 minutes apart by car. Well, that's what we're going to find out. Or try to, at least. Alright, let's do it. Glad she's in good spirits, but I'm not sure she's going to be much help with this. Don't be so sure, Mr. Wright. Huh? Look, we're in this together, right? I'll prove that these thick-rimmed glasses of mine aren't just for show. Let's go! Science awaits us! February 23rd, Prosecutor's Office, underground parking lot. You know, I really don't think we should worry about the police department murder. There wasn't even a body found there. Who cares? Yeah, it was only our victim who was killed in the evidence room. No biggie. Besides, my sister would never do such a thing. I know it. That oil drum. Was it empty? The oil drum kicked over by the chief prosecutor was brimming with water. My sister erasing evidence at the crime scene? Never. Even though she says they don't get along, Emma really likes her sister. That's not it at all. It's just... Is she like a mind reader? Or is Wright talking to himself? Because she's the only one who responds to his, like, quips to himself. We're both professionals at what we do, and I trust her. Big words for a high school student. Well, whether there was blood on the floor or not, the water in that oil drum washed it all away. Ignore the strength of my science at your own peril, Mr. Wright. Huh? What's that grin for? This situation calls for one thing, and that is luminol testing fluid. Look, luminol? Blood is sticky stuff, you know. You can't just wash it away with a little water. Even if you can't see it, it's still there. But wouldn't the police have already done these tests? Never trust anyone's eyes but your own, Mr. Wright. Just give it a try. Me? Why do I have to do it? I'm a minor. I can't even drink yet. We're testing bloodstains with this stuff, not drinking it. Here, look. I'll lend you these glasses. Huh? You had an extra pair of those things? To test for a blood reaction, just spray the luminol on it. Like this, see? Press enter to spray it on. Okay, let's find us some bloodstains. I can see her eyes shining behind those glasses. So, is this a bloodstain? It's so... Ugh. Emma, you're shaking. It's just... This is my first time seeing real blood. You saw it on the knife! You saw it on the knife and on the shoes. So, you're lying. Scientific investigation in action. Okay, well, we definitely know that that's a bloodstain. But doesn't something strike you as odd? Scientifically speaking, of course. What's odd about this? Scientifically. I don't know, bro. The amount of blood? The perpetrator and Detective Goodman fought here, right? Don't you think there'd be a little bit more blood? I definitely think so. I mean, look at all the blood on the sole of the victim's shoes. See, she has seen blood before, she remembers. It is pretty strange. If they fought here, there'd have to have been more blood than this. Hey, Mr. Wright. I'm gonna mark up the floor plans when we find bloodstains, okay? See? I'm pretty handy to have around, right? Yeah, and this stuff's pretty handy too. I saved up my allowance to buy that. Luminol testing fluid received from one very proud-looking Emma Skye. We can't be sure that the police will reveal all their evidence in court. Sometimes they fail to mention evidence that doesn't fit with their view of the case. Then let's drag that hidden evidence out into the light of day. Yeah! It feels like we're really investigating a crime now, doesn't it? Guess I should give this a spray on anything suspicious. Ha! Oh, it's this one. I wonder how that fluid of yours would react to a nice deli box. Miss Star? You only trust your own eyes, Not bad, you two. This day-old deli box is on the house. Sorry, it's just... that kind of lead doesn't really get my mouth watering. You certainly put me in a tight spot today. My apologies, Miss Star, but... No, it's okay. It was my fault. Oh, we know. I witnessed everything from that security room over there, but I was afraid that wouldn't sound convincing enough, you see? I was wrong to think that. I'm sorry. I think I know what happened. No, I don't know what happened. Okay, my theory was that maybe the victim was killed in the evidence room, and then the body was dragged out to here. But the problem is that she saw it happen at 5:15, and if it's a 30-minute drive, that wouldn't be possible. Unless some of the details are fabricated, which I guess we'll find out later, but... Sorry? You lied on the witness stand. That's unforgivable. Little girl, don't forget what's important here. Even if the place I witnessed the events from was different, I still saw what I saw. I saw Chief Prosecutor Skye stab a man in cold blood, and that testimony still stands. I swear it on my honor as a detective. She stabbed Goodman. I know this photograph has something important to tell us, but what? This game is so violent? I mean, yeah, it's a murder mystery game. So, you were a detective, weren't you, Miss Star? Yes, it was a long time ago. Well, 2 years ago. No matter how hardened the criminal, when they faced me, they coughed it up. Coughed it up? They confessed. They babbled like babies. You know. I may seem like a demon sometimes, but I can be an angel too. I wouldn't doubt it. Every day, I dragged the dirt out of the mouths of suspect after suspect, and before long, they called me the Cough-Up Queen. Oh, and here I thought someone had gotten food poisoning from your lunches. And you were let go? Fired? I felt that I had found my dream job when I became an investigator. And if these prim and proper prosecutors hadn't let me go, I'd still be one today. It's all because of that case. The SL9 incident. SL9? Wait, she doesn't mean... what do you think about this? The SL9 incident? It's written on that knife. And on that note... Oh, and on that note, okay. And on that note. Goodman. Goodman was the head detective of that case, you know. Really? That knife was evidence for that case. The murder weapon. It was due for transfer the very day that Goodman was killed. As I suspected, SL9 isn't over. Not yet. You think you could tell us more about the SL9 incident? If I present this, she says the same thing? Yeah. Okay. Okay, get out of here, 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 get out of here. Tell us more about the SL9, woman. Come on. If I present this to her... If you think about it, I could have taken that picture from the guard room. But even I get flustered sometimes. So you went straight to the scene of the crime? I rushed towards the chain link fence in an effort to stop the murder. That's when I took this photo, yes. In other words, Oh wait, this is Emma talking. In other words, 5 minutes after the crime? Those 5 minutes are the whole problem. The hole in my testimony, as it were. The 5 minutes weren't the problem, Miss Star. You lying was the problem. Listen, little girl. I've had my testimony disregarded before. And I wasn't going to have it disregarded again. Just like that time. That time? Could you take a look at this? You? Yes? You said you wanted some hot tea, right? No, but thanks. She didn't even look at it. You must have to brew the leaves a long time to get a rich flavor like this. We pre-infuse the leaves with steam before brewing. I knew it, so that's the secret to their aroma. Exquisite. The only thing I'm smelling here is wasted time. Alright, what about this? A body with Edgeworth's knife stuck in it was found in Edgeworth's car. I think he owes me gratitude. Gratitude? Why, if I hadn't witnessed the crime, Mr. Edgeworth would have been the suspect. I wonder. Still, it's strange. Why didn't our chief prosecutor have her own murder weapon ready? Alright. Examine. Nothing here. Okay, nothing new here. Famous oil drum. No time like the present. I'll try to kick it over myself. Hiya! That's okay, don't cry. That Lana Sky must be one strong woman. Alright, we examined all this already, no? Okay. Nothing really new here. Oh. Okay, so we do have new stuff opened up. That incident really opened up my eyes to the truth. We're nothing to them. Disposable. Disposable? To who? 2 years ago, it was the biggest case I'd ever handled. The police and the prosecutors were desperate for decisive evidence. So, they didn't solve it? On the contrary, it was solved quite cleanly. The criminal was caught and executed. Executed? Yes, the criminal got what was coming to him. It doesn't get any cleaner than that. The only problem was, they never did find decisive evidence. Not a shred. What? But the criminal was executed, right? On the basis of evidence? Of a sort, made-up evidence. What? You mean they executed someone with fabricated evidence? The best part came several months after the trial. Every detective involved with the case was dealt with. Some were demoted to patrolmen. Others found themselves out of a job. And you were one of those? Myself and one other person you know well. Wait, could it be Marshall? Exactly. Detective Jake Marshall. Oops, I mean, Police Department Security Detail Officer Jake Marshall. As professional detectives, we investigated that case from every angle. Jake was particularly determined, and then it was over, and he was demoted. However, he hasn't forgotten, and neither have I. You haven't forgotten SL9? There was another side to that case, a hidden side. That's what we're after now. And no one up in their fancy offices can stop us. Wait, those lunches you sell. There's only one reason I come to sell lunches in this accursed office. I come here to meet old friends. Boyfriends that can help me investigate. Miss Star's old boyfriends. How many does she have anyway? Just when all the detectives on SL9 have disappeared, we find new evidence. There has to be a connection. So, Rookie? What? It seems like you're serious about investigating this case. Yes. Then you should take this. Salisbury steak lunch? I know a certain guy who might help you if you tempt him with this treat. Steak lunch received from Miss Star. Received from Miss Star. Excellent for putting Officer Marshall in a good mood. Miss Star? Officer Marshall, is he your, are you his, are you going out? Why do you want to know? I was just wondering what happened to him. A long time ago, when he was helping my sister do cases, he was so nice. He got along so well with my sister. It made me jealous. And he was nice to me too back then. This would be when Officer Marshall was a detective. But now, Now he's so cold. Jake and I are merely cooperating on this investigation. We're putting the past to rest, as it were. Nothing more than that. I see. Thank you. Officer Jake Marshall, Alright. Let's go to the detention center first. Detention center, looks like Miss Sky's in questioning. I hope the detectives aren't yelling at her. How did you kill him? In 2 places at the same time? Can you imagine? How's she supposed to answer that? Wait a second. Didn't Mr. Gant say that they'd arrest a suspect in this... Wait. Didn't Mr. Gant say that they'd arrested a suspect in the police department murder? Let's come back later. So what, they arrested her twice? February 23rd, Police Station Criminal Affairs Department. Wow. Everyone looks deadly serious here. Well, there was a vicious murder of a detective down at the police department. Yes, but the same detective was also killed at the same time in the prosecutor's lot. Ugh, it makes my head hurt. Well, first things first. Let's go check out the police department crime scene. Yes, you sound dead set on investigating. But don't mess up, or we could wind up dead. I doubt anyone wants more mysteries or dead bodies around here right now. But it doesn't look like anyone's gonna help us much either. Interesting. So we can go from the detention center to there, but we can't... We can go here to the High Prosecutor's office. Well, this place is as classy today as it was yesterday. And I'm sure it'll still be just as classy tomorrow, Emma. Incidentally, Edgeworth's not here. I'm sure he's off doing important investigations. I hope that's what he's doing. I guess we'll have to come back. Hold on, wait. Where does that ladder lead? Just to get the high books, I guess. Alright. Police department's office. It's even busier here today than it was yesterday. The detectives are running around so fast, they're blurring. I suppose it makes sense. The detective did get killed here after all. So, the evidence room. The scene of the crime? According to the pamphlet we got at the front desk, here it is. She's like a kid in an amusement park. Ooh, a real crime scene. Let's go take a look. Anything new here? Okay, so this is new dialogue. Okay. Because they were laughing before. Alright, well now we should be able to go to the Criminal Affairs... Wait, what? Guard station? What is that? What is a guard station? Am I crazy? So we were able to go to from the detention center into the Criminal Affairs Department. Yeah, there's... Okay, so the only option we have from here is a guard station. February 23rd, evidence room entrance, guard station. He's such a LARPer. What's with the decor in this place? It's very eccentric. According to the pamphlet, this is the guard station for the evidence room. So, beyond that door is the evidence room. Oh wait, this is Phoenix talking. So, beyond that door is the evidence room. The scene of the crime? It sure seems that way. Oh. Oh. What's wrong? It's those cacti. They're so prickly. So imposing. It's hard to think straight. If you can't handle the cacti, stay out of the desert. What I want to know is, if this is a guard station, where's the guard? I have a feeling I know who he is already. Yeah. Texas.
Look on the floor. A lasso.
Looks like it's set up to trap something.
A trap here? Wait, I know. Maybe someone was trying to catch a wild bull in here, but the lasso missed.
You sure have an active imagination.
Yipes. These sure are prickly. They must be the real deal.
I would think just one big one would be sufficient.
These cacti are a lot like my sister, actually.
How so?
Encased in a cold, rigid shell with spines pointing in every direction. Just like her.
I'm not sure I see the resemblance.
It's more an attitude thing than a physical similarity.
Oops.
Here's a security guard uniform hanging here.
It looks more like a costume than a uniform, honestly.
A leather jacket, leather pants, a leather... What is that thing called again? A punchy? A paunchy? A pinchy. I know, a poochie. Wait, maybe that wasn't it.
A poncho, but I think I'll keep that information to myself for the time being. Damn, my guy can drink! Bro's got booze everywhere! Where's his beer belly, man? I was gonna say beer gut, and I said... and beer belly at the same time. Anyways. It looks like there's a video feed from the evidence room here.
There's a light blinking below the monitor. It says recording. I bet we could use this computer to check on who went in and out of here.
Too bad we're not going to do that, apparently.
The evidence room is beyond that door. Let's just walk in. It won't open.
You thought it'd be open?
I think we need someone's permission to get in there first.
Okay. So, how do we get permission? Okay, well, this is how we get permission.
This place is charged with frantic energy, as always.
Please!
Huh? What's that?
One steak lunch, please. Oh, it's you!
Detective Gumshoe?
Now's no time for chit-chat, pal. I'm a busy man. What I really need is a steak lunch from Lunchland.
Oh, you mean one of these? Actually, it's not for sale.
I think I just heard the sound of his heart breaking. Now's no time for despair. We've caught our criminal. Now we just need evidence.
The criminal? You mean...
You heard about the stabbing at the police department evidence room, right, pal? It's the biggest scandal to hit the station in ages. Everything's topsy-turvy.
But Detective Gumshoe, who was it?
Listen, pal. All I know is I need me a steak lunch. Pronto. Standing around here talking isn't gonna fill my belly.
Wait! Don't leave!
If you want to know more, head on down to the detention center, pal. Questioning should be over, so I figure he's down there having a good cry. Later.
He ran off to the evidence room. Well, this investigation is off to a running start.
Alright, so he should just be able to go here and then... No? He ran into the evidence room, no? Can't we get in there now? Alright, here I was thinking I was slick. Alright. So this is the police mascot, is it? The Blue Badger, the future star of the police force. The design's a little changed from the one outside. Wait. The chief? That's the fruity one, right?
Well, the dancing Blue Badger, trademark, is still under development, you see.
You have it trademarked?
Absolutely. It's cutting-edge stuff. Very now. I showed this doll here to my daughter, and she burst into tears.
Don't show her the moving mock-up outside, then. You'll give her nightmares.
Unless this is the police chief. That must be the chief of detectives. Okay, no, it's a different person. Detective killed in the evidence room. I'm no one outside the police department. No! I told that old lady at the restaurant everything. Okay. Oh, whatever. That's when a detective is mumbling something to himself. I know the killer used dry ice. If you put it between the latch and the door, the room could be sealed shut. This is good. I want to know for sure. He's not writing a report. He's writing a novel. These are the detective's desks, computers and files. Okay, where am I going from here? Is my question. Okay, detention center visitors room. Oh yeah, because she's done with questioning. Still, I do feel better about things. A little. I mean, they caught the person who stabbed Detective Goodman, didn't they? Yeah, I guess they did. Best not to go too far down that road right now. Things will just get confusing. What was that? Sir, that's what I'm saying. Me, a perpetrator? I'd say I was the perpetrator against, sir. That's what I say. Oh, this guy. Okay. Hi. Greetings, sir. Wait, I know who you are. Yes. Officer Meekins. No, sir. I'm not, sir. I'm a little lost patrolman, sir. Like a lost lamb, sir. Oh, I get it. You're in here to deliver a report? No, sir. How should I say this? Wait, he isn't... Is he... You? Officer Meekins, you didn't... Did you? AI viewers? Why the fuck would I want AI viewers? Like, genuinely. Like, at that point, why not just do bots? This is even worse than the normal shit. AI viewers? That's harder to set up than fucking bots, man. Fuck that. And probably more expensive. I'm not down with that shit. I'm not even down for the bots. You think I'm gonna be down for that? You think I got money for that shit? You think I want to do that shit? Streaming is a hobby for me. I don't want to pay to... Like, I'm not trying to pay for my hobby, man. And then if I do make money off of streaming, then that means that I'm in a good place. So I don't need the fucking bots. There's literally no reason for me to bot. How do you ban them on mobile? I'm pretty sure you just tap their name, no? And then, like, it gives you the options. Oh my god. Perpetrator Officer Meekins reporting, sir! What? What? Now, this is an unexpected turn of events. The day of the crime. Sir! I'm a patrolman with General Affairs, sir! Sir! Ow. I can hear you fine, Officer Meekins. I had some business that day, sir. And so I went to the evidence room, sir. The guard station in front of the room was empty, sir. So, normally there's a guard at the evidence room? That's right, sir. Because evidence is kept in the evidence room, sir. Now the security officer was none other than Officer Marshall. Marshall? Then, sir, I happened to glance at the security room monitor. That's when I saw him, sir. A suspicious person in the evidence room. A suspicious person, sir! A suspicious person! What the heck is this guy doing? So, what happened then? After that, sir, everything went white. I saw red. I blacked out. And when I came to, I was here. In the detention center. How long were you out? Days? Might I ask, what happened to your hand? Sir, there was no one to bandage me, sir. So I did what I could to wrap it up, sir. A bandage on his hand? Just like Miss Sky. Yet another similarity between this case and the one at prosecutor's office. First things first. Tell us how you hurt your hand. I don't mean to pry, but you are the perpetrator, correct? You killed Detective Bruce Goodman in the evidence room, right? Sir, please don't look at me with those sad puppy dog eyes, sir! You have to label me as a perpetrator or a victim, sir. Oh, if you have to label me. Then label me victim! I would, but you happen to be in detention, and alive and well at that. Yes, well, that's true, sir. I suppose you could say that. Did you know the victim, Detective Goodman? Well, sir, if I had to label him as a stranger or a total stranger, then I'd say he leans heavily on the total stranger side. So, you didn't know him? Sir, I work in a tiny department, devoid of light or other creature comforts. I don't know any detectives. So, if he was a total stranger, why did you stab him? Sir, I had no intention of killing him, sir. None! Nor do I have a recollection of killing him, sir. At least someone around him is more confused than I am. Or at least someone around here is more confused than I am. I don't know why I can't read. About your hand. Did that happen during the course of the crime? Well, you see, sir, don't you think you should just confess? But sir, but there was nothing I could do. Nothing you could do? Sir, to tell the truth, sir, when it happened, when the detective pointed that knife at me, I just hollered, sir. And the next thing I knew, I was unconscious. The next thing you knew, you were, Then when I opened my eyes, I was alone in the evidence room, sir. All alone! Alone, because Detective Goodman had disappeared. What? Then when I looked down, I was gushing blood from my hand, sir. Oh, the shock! Oh, the sorrow, sir. Can you imagine how I felt? The victim's body disappeared? That's some story. Officer Meekins, this is for you. Scared of knife, sir. It's okay, I just wanted you to look at it. That's it, sir. Last night, sir. That's the one. It was an apple, sir. In my dream, sir. And I was being peeled. Oh, I was an apple. What the fuck? On second thought, you don't have to look at the knife. He's overreacting to the knife, but I guess he's been through a lot. Okay, can I go to... No. Okay, can I go to... Where is this fucking guy at, man? There has to be something more I can do here. I don't think it has anything to do with... No comments from the peanut gallery? Alright, nothing else to talk about. Does he know anything about this? Officer Meekins, could you take a look at this? I'm sorry, sir. Really sorry, but I have no idea what that is. Maybe you should ask Mr. Edgeworth, sir. He's passing the buck, Mr. Wright. It takes a special kind of man to pass the buck to Edgeworth. So now what? I showed him the knife. Okay, nothing here. I never did go through these dialogues. We're going back in time. Where should we begin? Oh, well, isn't it obvious? We should begin with that, you know, that thing. The mystery of the victim, I guess? How could one man, Detective Goodman, be killed in two places simultaneously? Oh, well, you see, we should go to the police department. The evidence room, was it? I'm not being very useful here, am I? No, you're being very helpful. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. There was that business with him not reading that officer's report. Hydrate? Yeah, I need to hydrate. Ah, about the killing at the police department, right? The chief of police was right about that, but I can't help but think. Someone at the police department doesn't like Edgeworth. Okay. I don't think there's anything else right now. It has to be with this guy. What if I present the stake to him? You don't know what a stake is? You dumbass. You don't know what a stake is? Wait. So he has the same reaction to both knives and he says that's it to both of them? He says that's the one to both knives. I think maybe he's just traumatized. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't think there's anything else to do with this guy, but I don't know where else I'm supposed to progress. I can't move, right? No. Like slide around. Police runner is dancing around like crazy since yesterday. Wait, what? I was actually supposed to examine that? Can I take out his batteries? I just can't help but feel like he's going to do something naughty. What the fuck? Okay, no, so there was nothing to examine there. I thought that we were going to actually steal the batteries and that was going to become like an important thing, but never mind. The usual wanted posters are hanging up from the bulletin board here. Do you know this face? If you do, dial 911. You know, Mr. Wright, I've always thought it was kind of funny. I've never seen anyone who looked like these people in these posters. They hardly even look human. She has a point. Alright, yeah, we've gone through this dialogue before. I don't know where to go from here. Like, this guy should be at the gas station, and he's fucking not, man. This swinging door makes this place look like some kind of saloon. But look, it's nailed shut. You can't get in that way. Of course not! You went in through here. That cactus would fall over. Ouch. I read that really bad. I should have paused more. I'd say it'd be more of a yeah myself. How do I get in here?
Okay. Like, I'm supposed to find Marshall, but I can't fucking find him. I have to give him the steak. Also, this guy said to meet him in the wherever, and I don't fucking see him. Right and call law offices, guard station. Like, where do I go, man? Is Edgeworth back in his office? Am I supposed to examine something here? Fuck off, I didn't mean to examine that a second time. Okay, yeah, there's nothing for me here, man. Wait a minute. Hold on. I really thought I was onto something, man. I'm glad this stuff never runs out. I was like, oh, there's blood on the floor, right? Because somebody was murdered, like, in the evidence room, so if they drag the body out, there would be blood here. Nope. It's gotta be something with that, though. Okay, it'd be really funny if there was blood on this guy, though. That's all I wanted to see. Okay. How's there blood nowhere else, though? I don't know, I'm just trying things at this point. Oh, there's blood in his fucking office? What? It looks like some blood had dripped down here. Judging by the amount, my guess is it's from a nosebleed. A nosebleed, Maybe in his wrath, Mr. Edgeworth slapped someone for their incompetence. Why does Detective Gumshoe's face come to mind? Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I didn't think I would find anything in here, but worth trying. And I highly doubt we'll find anything in here, but, you know, worth trying. I feel like I'm supposed to present something to him. I just don't know what. He hasn't reacted to anything. Oh, okay. Well, there you go. Hey, why do you have that? That's...
from the day it was taken at the prosecutor's office. The day that Detective Goodman's body was found in the trunk. So, this means I'm a free man! Innocent! If this is a dream, sir, then I hope I never wake up. If this is a dream, you better wake up right now. Nothing. Okay, we didn't get as much as I thought we would there. I don't know, this guy has to know something. Do I show him this and then I say I'm gonna defend him? Go ahead, sir. Laugh. Laugh at me, sir. Haha. I know what you want to say. You're gonna tell me how she has one just like it. Me? Why would I? I know, sir. I know. I'm the only one without a girl with matching badges. Nowhere. I'm alone. All alone. Is that so wrong? Life isn't all about high school sweethearts and youthful romances, sir. Is he talking about those badges on her coat? I'd like to think there's a difference between my badge and a fashion accessory. I thought he was gonna ask us to defend him, but whatever. Let's present this. Do you think you could take a look at this? Hey! That's it, sir! That's it! That's it! That's what? My head was a blank until this very moment. But sir, now I remember. I remember, sir. You mean you remember what happened? Correct! That card. That card was the cause of it all. This ID card? Exactly, sir. That's exactly it. Nothing could be more exact, sir. Nothing. I'd better pry into this one a little deeper. Can you tell me what it is that you do remember? Well, sir, you might say I'm a little lost patrolman. A lost little lamb, if you will. I didn't know Mr. Detective Goodman who's in the evidence room. And that's why you thought he looked suspicious? Sir, I entered the evidence room and asked the man to show me his ID card. Well, that sounds pretty much by the book so far. That's right, sir. That's what I've been trying to tell you. So you asked Detective Goodman to show his ID card? What did he do? That's the thing! Suddenly, he pointed a knife at me. What? Sir, I assure you, I was as flustered as you are right now. So I whooped and left at him. Detective Goodman pointed a knife at him? Do unto others before they do unto you. My own father's words, sir. What happened then? Well, my eyes, sir. Everything went white. When I awoke, I was here. Right. So, Officer Meekins, why was it that they arrested you? What do you mean, Emma? Let's look at what we know. Now, Officer Meekins didn't know Detective Goodman. And the victim whom he met at the scene of the crime didn't show his ID card. In other words, we have no way of knowing if the victim was really the victim. That scared me. Thank you for subbing, Navi. You're like kind of late to the stream, but I appreciate you coming and I appreciate you subbing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. How's your night been so far? And if this body just disappeared from the evidence room, we didn't even know if anyone actually died. Doing nice stuff, but I'm here. I appreciate you coming. I'm probably gonna end somewhat soon, but yeah, just playing some Phoenix Wright. Tomorrow's Wednesday. I probably can't do a stream tomorrow. I need to post my stream schedule, but I know I can't do one tomorrow. You know what? While I'm on stream, let me
let me do my stream schedule for next week. Here, I can let you all know right now. Alright, next week. Oh, okay, I can actually stream Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Maybe Sunday? Definitely not Monday. Probably Tuesday. Yeah, my schedule is looking pretty decently open for streaming. How's the game? How's the job? Job still sucks. Game is pretty good. Yeah. My job's been, like, doing a whole bunch of annoying stuff. Like, on Saturday, June 6th, they scheduled me from 3 p.m. to 12 a.m., even though I'm supposed to have off that day. That's the day that I'm supposed to do Smash Saturdays. And, yeah, they scheduled me for that Saturday. Thankfully, this upcoming Saturday, I have off, so I can do Smash Saturday, for that day. And yeah, I can do Thursday for Street Fighter. I can do Friday for viewer request. I have a few viewer requests. Since I have Friday off, I might try to run through a few viewer requests because I have multiple at this point. If I take a look at the suggestions here, we had Slime Rancher, we have Hollow Knight, Exit 8, and Kanade asked me to play, The World Ends With You. So we'll figure out something. But yeah, I'm gonna post a stream schedule, but just to let you guys know, Thursday's looking good, Friday's looking good, Saturday's looking good. I'll be more detailed with the times later. But yeah. Actually need to check with my cousin because I know we were potentially planning something on Saturday, so I want to make sure it doesn't interfere, but whenever we are not doing that, I'll just set up the streaming. That is, I did say something along those lines. Huh? But you still ended up here? They told me that it had to be him, sir. On that day, at that time. Detective Goodman was definitely in the evidence room. That's what they say. But you don't remember the events clearly? No, but the videotape is quite clear. Huh? Videotape? From the security camera. The crime! My crime! The crime I swore to stamp out! It's there! It's me! It's on tape! And you waited until now to tell us this? I'm sorry. Really sorry, sir. I'll hand over my badge. I don't deserve it! No thanks. I have my own. Well, I guess we'd better go check out the crime scene. Oops. Alright. Criminal Affairs Department. Hey, Mr. Wright! Look who's standing at the Chief of Detectives' desk. It's Police Chief Gant. And you're sure this is all, You know what this means, if there is anything missing. Sir, I'm sure it's most likely totally perfect. We checked all of his drawers, lockers, garbage cans, bags, under his seat cushion, behind his computer, monitor, inside his personal coffee machine. I see. Well, if anything does turn up, you call me right away. Deal? Yes, sir. We'll scour the place again, sir. The chief of detectives looks a little flustered. Righto, my boy. How you been? Swim much? Oh, Chief Gant, reporting for duty, sir. Why are you saluting to him, Mr. Wright? What is the music, man? Is Edgeworth going to be okay? Oh, Worthy. Oh, you know, you're doing a little inquiry committee with him. Sounds like an inquisition. Yep. Well, they've had no end of trouble with the boy since last year. You mean the incident on Ford Lake? It doesn't look good having top prosecutors sit in the defendant's seat, does it? And you
You got someone else found guilty in that case, right, Righto? Von Karma. A legend he was, undefeated in his 40-year career. But in court, you fixed it so he was caught for forging evidence. Wait, I didn't do anything wrong. He did forge evidence. In any case, the prosecutor's office is in a bit of turmoil, you might say. Why, they do just about anything to restore their reputation. Now, depending on what the inquiry committee decides, it could be bad for Worthy. What? It's downright odd, I tell you. The detectives getting killed on their turf too? I mean, they're being prosecutors, I assume? Scientifically speaking, it's impossible. Yes, but that's what the evidence is saying. Goodman was stabbed in 2 locations at the same time. That's what it says. What evidence is this? Now, Righto. I can't give away all our secrets just like that. And this, in particular, well, it's a little sensitive, and I can't talk about it. I wasn't expecting much anyways. You know, one thing I hate most of all is hiding stuff. Secrets. Can't stand them. But you know, it's a full-time job just keeping the chief of detectives' trap shut. And he was the one you were picking on earlier? Huh? You saw that! Whoops. I wonder what it was that he wanted the chief of detectives to do. Let's see if we can kind of discreetly ask him. I was wondering, could you take a look at this? Sorry, Righto. I'm through with that stuff. Through, I say. Go find the guy who can't seem to sit still out there, the busy one. The guy who can't sit still? Does he mean Detective Gumshoe? Either him or the dancing blue badger. Alright, nothing quite here. Fuck, I didn't mean to. He's through a stake too? Damn. Alright, so I don't think he's gonna talk about anything. Yeah, he's not giving up any info. Alright, yeah, let's move. Guard station. Still can't do anything here. Still nothing here. So the only thing I can do is try to get more information out of this guy. How do I discreetly get info from him? It seems like he doesn't like Edgeworth. Like, he's mad that Von Karma got taken out. Like, you fixed it so he was caught for forging evidence. And yeah, we didn't do anything wrong. And then they do just about anything to restore their reputation. So I think he's in on whatever the fuck is happening here. Framing Edgeworth's boss, basically. Oh, so we can talk with him. Well, see over there? That's Goodman's desk. He wanted me to check it for anything that might be a clue. They took away every last piece of garbage in the trash can. So, nothing belonging to Detective Goodman is still here? Of course not! Well, except for this. What? You kept something? Sure, why not? It's not important. He didn't even finish writing it. It's a lost item report, but it's only half complete. Lost item? Did Detective Goodman lose something? The date on it is February 21st. Better make note of that, just in case. Oh wait, that's Phoenix speaking. I don't care. Well, the thing that was missing was his fucking ID. Police department crime scene. I can't go in there yet! Permission to enter, okay. Actually, I was wondering if I could ask you a favor. Well, I never thought the day would come when Rido asked me for help. I was wondering if we could investigate the evidence room. He's unnerving, man. Now, Rido. Actually, I'm sorry. I don't need to investigate after all. Rido, please, do I look like a selfish man? Huh? Heck, if anyone asked me, Sir, can I borrow $50? I'd give them $50. No problem. So go ahead. Investigate that room to your heart's content. Knock yourself out. It just goes to show, you never know until you ask. And for you here, you can borrow this. Hey! This is a detective's ID card, isn't it? That's a special card for guests, so don't lose it. Yes, sir. It's an honor. You just run along and do your best now. Later, folks. Heh. It looks pretty cool on my lapel, doesn't it? Just think, a real ID. You seem happy. Yes, sir. Because, sir, we have to go into the evidence room now, sir. I think this place is a bad influence on the girl. Alright, finally making some progress. The evidence room is beyond that door. And we have the ID card from Chief Gant. Chief Gant. I keep wanting to say Grant. Let's just walk in. It won't open. Aha! The card reader is turned off. See? What is that security guard thinking? Howdy, partners. Well. What's made my Bambina's sky so gray? Officer Marshall? Why does it have to be him? What's that, why does it have to be him look for? As you may have surmised, this here's my saloon. We're here to investigate the crime scene. Yeehaw! That card you got there on your chest. That's better than a sheriff's badge in these parts. Yeehaw? Well, what you standing there for? Get along, little doggies. The crime scene's waiting. Looks like the card reader's on again. How's the job? Dust got a new job? No, same shit. Same shit. I'm looking for a job, a new one, but yeah. While we're here, I was wondering if we could ask you some questions. Sorry, cowboy, but I got no mind to tangle with you, hombres. You're busy then? Did I say that? I only said I didn't wish to speak with you. Actually, you said you had no mind to tangle with us hombres. Guard station. I was wondering if we could talk to you. Sorry, Bambina, but I'm off to roam the lands like a tumbleweed on the wide prairie. Like a gunslinger loading his 6-shooter, I'll say a little prayer. What was that all about, Mr. Wright? I think he was just too hungry to talk. You're just saying that because his stomach was growling. You have no idea what he was talking about either. Well, in any case, we need to get cracking on this investigation pronto.
Alright. Why does his stomach growling sound like that? Like a old man moaning. Oh, my back. Like, it literally sounds like that. Anyways. Here's your fucking Salisbury. Salisbury. That smell. Ah. Reminds me of Texas. So, Officer Marshall? You're from he has a big-ass sign that says Texas. No. I just saw a special on television the other day. Is this from my baby? Yeah, Miss Star. What's this? What? What's wrong? A filet steak lunch. I see. I see! I don't see. I wonder what it means. Steak lunch given to Officer Marshall. Alright, Bambina. You win. Ask anything. Finally, it seems like he's willing to talk. Bambina. Guard station. Officer Marshall, you're in charge of security for the evidence room, right? You got good eyes, partner. It's an easy job, and I'm grateful for it. Actually, Officer Meekins at the detention center told us. Ah, that poor little doggy. Poor guy. I keep getting his name wrong and calling him Meekly. He told us something. He said that when the stabbing occurred, you weren't at your station. Well, maybe I shouldn't be telling you this. But since I got demoted from detective 2 years ago, well, it might not look it, but I lost my fire for the job, you know? So, what were you doing around 5:15 when the murder took place? Well, I reckon I was galloping down the highway on the back of my steed, Zippy. No, he was riding down the highway on his horse named Zippy. There's no need for people here, anyhow. These newfangled machines do a bang-up job of keeping an eye on the place. You mean the security camera system? I don't take to machines much. Kinda like that stewed broccoli they sneak next to your steak, you know? Miss Star told us something. She said that you were a detective until 2 years ago. It was always my dream to be a rawhide wrangler in the scene of the crime. That's all gone now, like a drinking hole in a prairie fire. You're still investigating the SL9 incident with Miss Star, aren't you? But I'm reading too fast. That was my case. It's all solved on the record books, but it smells like a bad game of poker. I can't let it go. That's all there is to it. What kind of case was it, anyway? We've heard the name so many times, but nobody tells us what actually happened. There are some things you're better off not knowing, Bambina. Anyway, that case is officially dead as of 2 days ago. 2 days ago? The day of our case. That's right. Evidence transferals. Edgeworth was talking about the transferals too. I know what maybe 2 of the machines in here do. Only 2 of them? There must be a dozen. Like I said, Bambina, me and machines, well, I like them about as much as I like stewed cauliflower with my steaks. The easiest ones to understand here are these security cameras. Those are the ones that Officer Meekins mentioned. If nothing happens, the tapes are automatically erased every few hours. And Officer Meekins and Detective Goodman, are they one of those tapes? I reckon they might be. You're the security guard and you reckon? One more thing. When you go into the evidence room, you need an ID card. Thus, the card reader by the door. The card reader leaves a record of every ID card that passes through. So this is the ID card record. Hey, I've seen that somewhere before. I almost did Phoenix's voice when I said hey. Sorry, Bambina, I can't show you more than that. Huh? I haven't heard whether this is related to the case yet. Mr. Wright, I saw a number on that record just now. I've seen that number before. Maybe there's some way that I could prove that the record is tied to the stabbing. Okay, wait.
Oh, it's the guy's ID. Okay. Transferal. Sorry, but could you explain what this whole transferal thing was about? We keep only evidence from the solved cases in this room. They're kept here under the presiding detective supervision for 2 years. So we can reinvestigate them if it turns out there was a mistake, see? So, what happened to the evidence after 2 years? It goes to sleep forever in the underground vault of the county sheriff's department. That's what we call transferal. We do it every February. I see now. Transferal is like a funeral for old cases. 2 years after a case is solved, it's closed forever. Dead. Never to be reopened again. Never to be reinvestigated. And that happened to SL9 2 days ago. See this? This is the victim's ID card. Ah, that one that was on the ground at the parking lot. The number on this is 5842189. Officer Marshall, show us that ID record again. Look, the 4th number. It's a perfect match. It was used at 5:14, right before the stabbing. What's more, there's only one of them cards in the world. So, when the incident occurred, Detective Goodman was in the evidence room. But wait, what did Officer Meekins say? Sir, I entered the evidence room and asked the man to display his ID card. So you asked Detective Goodman to show his ID card. What did he do? That's the thing! Suddenly he pointed a knife at me! If he had his ID card then, why would he have pointed a knife at Officer Meekins? Alright, compadre. You win. I guess I can give you this ID card record. Alright, so now we have the court record. Got an idea. Maybe I should show this list to other people with IDs here. February 23rd, evidence room, sector 3. It's quite the... Oh, it's quiet. The investigation must be over here. So, this is the evidence room? It really is kind of like a graveyard. Graveyards are supposed to have grass and trees. This feels more like a morgue. Nice try, Mr. Wright. You can't scare me. Whoa! Sorry, I thought you were a ghost. I wouldn't recommend going around smacking ghosts on the head, pal. So, is it true what I heard? Do I look like a selfish man? Okay, so go ahead and investigate that room. Yeah, it's true. So Chief of Police Gant will loan anyone $50? Even me? Oh, so that's what you're talking about. Actually, I was put in charge of the investigation for today. Just for today? Boss for a day? Well, guess what? You got permission from the chief. So now you're a boss for a day. Gee, thanks. What is with all these fucking AI streamer fucking things? Dude, go away, man. I'm not interested. First of all, you'll want to have this. Alright, evidence floor plans added to the courtroom. Okay. Alright, real quick. Okay. There we go, lots of blood. That must have been one massive pool of blood. Never seen anything like it. I'm not a professional. What's your opinion, detective? Pale blue blood? Maybe Detective Goodman was actually an alien. This proves that something really happened in front of this locker. I'll make a note of it on the floor plans. Hey,
If you don't want my opinion, you shouldn't have asked.
So, Detective Gumshoe, you're boss for the day?
That's right, it's an honor. After all, the murder took place right here in the police department.
But if you're boss, why are you all alone? Where are your underlings?
They're using yesterday's findings to prepare for tomorrow's trial.
In other words, you got kicked out of the investigation. Again.
I'm adamant, though. I'm going to take control and put this case to rest. In my own evidence locker, pal.
You have a locker in here too, Detective Gumshoe?
Of course. I'm a detective after all. They gave me a locker that only I can open, pal.
Only you can open?
I'll always believe in Mr. Edgeworth, no matter what happens.
So, Mr. Edgeworth is with the inquiry committee now, right?
They're trying to figure out who's responsible for the mess up in court today.
I see.
I guess this is what you call fate. Mr. Edgeworth just can't get away from that case.
That case?
Yeah, that case. The SL9 incident, of course. That was the beginning of the end for Mr. Edgeworth.
Maybe we can get him to tell us more about the case.
This place looks more high-tech than you might think. Every locker is fixed so that only one detective can open it.
Using their ID card?
Well, that's the thing, pal. ID cards can be lost. Why, I'm on my 3rd card since entering the force already.
That sounds like a lot.
Yeah, but even I can't lose my own right hand.
Right hand? Right hand? Oh, you mean your fingerprint?
Exactly, pal. The lock for each locker is coded with a fingerprint. That was really loud, holy shit. So the only locker we can open is our own.
Funny, they look like normal lockers.
These are the latest model. There's a trick to the handles, see?
The handles?
On the other side of the handles is a sensor. And if the wrong person touches it, zat,
you get a shock.
If that's what happened, my hand will be black and smoking every day. In any case, the locks aren't that obvious. There are even some people on the force that don't know about the fingerprint locks.
Evidence locker added to the court record. Only the assigned detective's prints can unlock it. Indicator lamp lights up when it's open. What's this? Blood? It's a little worn, but there's definitely a handprint here. It looks like someone tried to wipe it off. Mr. Wright! What if there are other bloodstains left in the room? We should use... Yeah, we already did that. Look! This one's open! And the red indicator's light is above the door is lit.
That locker is coded with Detective Goodman's fingerprint.
Detective Goodman's locker? Are you sure it's okay to leave it open like that?
Well, it'd be hard to get it open if we close it.
It's empty. They must have taken the contents elsewhere. Why is there a car door in here? Look at this big pile of junk in the corner. That looks like a car door? There's a pair of handcuffs attached to the frame. Maybe the guy they caught was some sort of escape artist and he got away. Hey, that's one of those human profiles for range testing. He's been shot square in the forehead. Better him than us.
Detective Goodman's note, and that switchblade knife. I bet Edgeworth was the most surprised of anyone.
Because of the SL9 connection?
That was Mr. Edgeworth's first big case, you know, 2 years ago. That was the first time in the world... Wait, that was the first time the world knew Edgeworth was a man to be feared.
But why would evidence from that case turn up now?
I guess it's not over, pal.
Maybe there are some loose ends left on that case.
You can't open the lockers if your fingerprint doesn't match. If you can open it, they'll give you 50 cents.
No, the police department lacks faith in its lock system. After all, Detective Goodman was stabbed here after opening his locker. But at the same time, he was found dead over at the prosecutor's office. Allow me to say one thing speaking as a detective. If I see a piece of evidence I know nothing about, I say nothing. Nothing. That's fine. You bet it's fine, pal. Oh, I need this, actually, is what I was trying to show him. Could you take a look at this? This is the ID card record of the people who came in here on the day of the stabbing. Ah, I heard the rumors. So it was wait, what? Why did it just skip? What is it? That second number! It's not your ID number, is it, Detective Gumshoe? Mr. Edgeworth! What? The second number on this list. It belongs to Mr. Edgeworth. What? ID card record updated. Why would Edgeworth have to come to the evidence room? Now that was a bloody violent case. Violent? So it was a murder? A serial killing? A serial killing? Maybe I don't want to get involved in this after all. But the killer made a mistake, and Mr. Edgeworth built his case around that to nab him. And this was 2 years ago? That put Mr. Edgeworth right in the spotlight. It started the rumor mill. Rumors? About forged evidence? It was supposed to be all cleaned up with the transferal the other day. It was the last job he ever did. Detective Goodman, that is. Huh? What do you mean? Detective Goodman was the detective in charge of the SL9 incident, see? So that switchblade knife. The victim took the knife out of the evidence locker. Oh wait, Phoenix is saying this. The victim took oh my god. The victim took the knife out of the evidence locker himself? Alright, I think I'm gonna leave it here for now. We'll save here, and we'll continue this again soon. Alrighty, have a good night, everybody. Thank you all so much for coming. We will be back soon. Oh wait, this is a wrong freaking thing. Let me go over here. Alright, whatever. Peace out, everyone. Thank you. Mwah, mwah. Love you. Good night.